It is time for spring seeding since the temperatures at this time of year will really allow your grass to develop nice deep roots before the summer heat comes. This year, I'm going to try and see if I can work in the seed and not cover it with peat moss or any kind of mulch on top and see if it grows. I picked up a garden weasel to give it a try and see if it can make the process any easier. These hand garden cultivators have been around for a while and I've always wondered how well they work. Every spring I have to reseed bare spots in my yard, due to our dog peeing as well as moles that we have invading our yard. In the past, I used a rake or a hoe to loosen the dirt before throwing down the grass seed. So I was hoping that the garden weasel was able to speed up the process. I got this one from Tractor Supply for a reasonable $20, so I wasn't out much if it didn't work like I had hoped. I will put a link to a nicer one in the description. Start by loosening up the dirt with the garden weasel to make sure that you get about a ½ inch of dirt loosened so that the seed will have an easier time growing roots. When I first tried it, I was honestly surprised at how fast it actually chewed up the soil even with the dead grass still on top of the soil. It didn't seem to struggle much, getting down to the dirt and loosening up a good ½ inch or more of soil. It does take some effort, although way less than using a rake or a gas tiller, which isn't very good for spot seeding to begin with. So this seems like it'd be the most ideal solution when doing small bare spots in the yard. If you're anything like me and you like doing things yourself rather than paying other people to do it, then consider subscribing to the channel. After I got all the spots worked up that I was planning on seeding, I went through and threw a generous amount of seed down, knowing that not all the seed is going to be worked in with the weasel. Once I got all the seed down, I took the weasel back over and worked in the seed so that I got a majority of the seed underneath the dirt and not exposed. This is normally where you throw down some peat moss or straw so that you have some sort of mulch on top of it to hold in the moisture. But I'm going to try this year to see if I can just work it into the soil. Once I had all the seed worked in, I was able to come back with a garden hose and give it a nice water. I will be watering this twice a day at least, monitoring to make sure that it doesn't dry out too much. I wish I would have gotten a garden weasel sooner, and I feel like I've been wasting my time in the past not using one of these compared to a rake or a hoe. It is definitely going to make my spot seeding easier, and I will probably do more of it. If this one breaks, I'm probably going to buy a little nicer one, like the one that I have in the description. This one is a little bit short, requiring me to be bent over while using it, slightly stressing my back some. Where the tube attaches, although it seems strong, it is made out of hard plastic, which may fail, but this one will do for now. I'm definitely glad I purchased it, and I'll buy another one if this one decides to fail.